Hello and welcome to our first Roblox Studio tutorial. Today, we are going to make a Minecraft dispenser inside of Roblox. This is very useful for a variety of games, such as Roblox Zombies, which we have right now published in our Discord server, so if you'd like to join, that'd be great. But anyway, let's get on with the tutorial. So, there's a couple things to note. One, I will be providing the one and only script. It is very, very clean. It's found in the description or in the comments, so just copy and paste that. And that should be basically it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or bugs, just leave them in the comments, and I will try to help you ASAP. All right, perfect. So first things first, you want your dispenser. Now again, this is my dispenser model that I made. You can obviously spend more time on that. But I'm just going to quickly make that 5 by 5 by 5. There we go. It doesn't need to be detailed for the sake of the tutorial, but for the sake of your games, you might want to detail it a bit more. Next, you're going to need to insert a folder. So I'm just going to delete that one, but quickly go to Workspace, click this, then click Folder. And this is where you're going to store all your parts like so, like I did for this one. All right. Now let's go and insert a part. Now this part is the path part. Very, very important. So what this part does, everyone, is that it basically tells the arrow where to go. Now if your path part is very small like this, the arrow is going to go like this, and then it's going to start slowly falling to the ground. However, and this is really cool, if it's like this, the arrow is going to go all the way along this path part like so, and then start falling to the ground. So, for example, if you had this dispenser maybe on top of a castle, which could be very, very cool, you might not want a very, very long path because it's going to be shooting over there. Rather, you can have it shorter, and it will go like whee and hit the people on the ground. Very, very cool. But for the sake of this video, I am going to make it just a little bit long, maybe around 30 studs. And another thing, your arrow model might get stuck or clipped onto the dispenser part right here. So I'd make the path part just a little bit smaller. And of course, you can edit that as you see fit. If your arrow is smaller than mine, then that's great. If it's larger, then make the path part a little bit smaller too. Away from the dispenser, that is. All right, we're going to name this path. Perfect. We're going to add this to the folder. Fantastic. And now we are going to add that script. So you can copy and paste this from the description or the comments. I'm just going to copy and paste it from right here. And Control V. So quickly, there's a few things about this script. We are going to be making an arrow model that's found in the server storage where it's going to clone it. There's a few settings here. Fire from the start. This is to set orientation glitches. So if your arrow is spawning from the wrong part of your path model, you set this to false and it will automatically readjust the arrow. Pretty awesome. Cooldown, this is how fast your arrow fires. Arrow lifetime, this is how long the arrow is in the game or the clones. You might want to make this longer or shorter to fit your game. Just remember, the more arrows there are, the laggier it can make your game. Arrow speed, pretty self-explanatory. It's how fast the arrow goes. And damage players. Right now, the arrows kill the player instantly. Take damage 100. If you want them to do like 10 damage, where 10 arrows kill the player, you can do that. But you just have to adjust this. And if you don't want them to take any damage, just for decoration, you can just make this 0. Easy as that. Sorry, make this false. There we go. Alrighty. And now that we need another thing in our path block, and this is going to be a part. Now this is your trigger. Basically, when the player steps over this, it will trigger the dispenser to shoot an arrow. And so we're going to copy this. It does need to be named like this. So dispenser trigger. I'm just going to copy that. And you can paste that there. There's the spelling for you. Perfect. And then the path itself, it's kind of ugly. We don't really need that. We also don't want players to collide with that. So we're going to set can collide off. And we're going to get it, and we're going to set the transparency to 1. There we go. All right. And now we're pretty much done. However, you do need an arrow model. And again, this can be found in your server storage, but you'll have to make it. So I'm going to bring this over to the workspace. Voila. And there's a few things. One, make it simple. It needs to be a model named arrow, and its primary part needs to be arrow. It could be a union, a part, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure it's facing a solid direction. You might need to change the arrow model or the arrow parts direction if it's being weird. Again, the arrow's orientation in the path block can be adjusted with simple true or false. If it's spawning at the wrong side of the path. And if the arrow is spinning, I would probably just make sure that the path is a little bit farther away from the dispenser or any other parts in the way of the dispenser. But if that all else fails, I would change the orientation of your arrow itself. That might fix your bugs. Alright, perfect. And the last thing is that all other parts in your model need to be welded to each other so they don't spray into a bajillion pieces. That can be done by adding a weld constraint and then having the part 0. So you scroll down. Where is it? Part 0 to be the main model. So we'll set that. And then part 1 is the part itself. And that is for all other parts in the model. That way it doesn't break apart. Alright, so we're going to move the arrow back into the server storage like so. And we're going to do some last checks. This is a dispenser part as a child of path. It is in a folder, which is all good. This is not in the folder, which is fine. And the arrow is in server storage. Perfect. So we're going to press play and hope it works. I'm sure it will, but we'll see. Again, you can have multiple dispensers. That should not be a problem. Oop, leg spike. Aha. Okay. Make sure you anchor your parts. That's my mistake. Whoops. Anchoring is very important. This is my petition to Roblox. It should be automatic. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why the default is not anchored. It's absolutely stupid. Anyway, my little rant. Okay, now this should work. Let's see. Aha. So there's that glitch we were talking about where the arrow is just going the wrong direction. That's not anchored either. Okay, this is very easy to fix. Again, if this ever happens to you, all you need to go is go into the script, set this to false. It'll do all the math for you, because I'm nice, and I guess I can anchor this. And bada bing, bada boom, you have a perfect working dispenser with arrows that kill the player. Fantastic. Again, detail it how you like. Your trigger part needs to be a part. Maybe it can be a unit, I haven't tested that, but be safe, it could be a part. Make it transparent if you like so that you don't know how to trigger these things. And yeah, you can adjust the settings, make arrow life shorter, longer, and honestly, have fun. It should be pretty great for all your Roblox games. And if you have any more suggestions, leave them in the comments. And again, don't forget to join our Discord and like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and yeah, thank you.